Okay, so as you know, for the past 10 years, Norm Wells of BMW Motorrad and myself have been riding and exploring a variety of destinations all across North America. It's been like our own personal bucket list on steroids. Seriously, in the past, this is basically what we've done. We've sat down, picked a spot known for good riding roads, and then we've booked vacation time and headed out to document our adventures for you, the faithful ME viewer. It's an extremely tough job, but we're always happy to do it. Over the years, we've headed west to ride across Vancouver Island. We've also twisted our way through the Rockies, explored Calgary, and searched for dinosaur bones in Drumheller. We've marched along the Loyalist Parkway with the ghosts of 1812 in southern Ontario, and searched out even more ghosts in abandoned pioneer and mining towns scattered further north while catching the fall leaves in Algonquin. Gas Bay and the North Shore of St. Lawrence have also filled our photo albums with many memories. So too the Chowders, sourced along the Cabot Trail, Nova Scotia, and further east over the bridge in PEI. Plus there's been side trips to wrestle the tail of the dragon in North Carolina, while the Grand Canyon and the mountains that surround LA have also delivered huge experiential payoffs. Now, when we wrapped up last season's broadcasts on TSN, we promised you that when we returned this spring, we'd bring you our ultimate ride from Newfoundland. That's right, the Rock. After all, we've been trying to get out there for nearly 4 years. And let me tell you, it's been well worth the wait. Last fall, we touched down mid-afternoon in St. John's, then made the quick trip over to Avalon Motorrad BMW, aka the Toy Box, where Keith Windsor set us up with a couple of sweet rides. Then we blasted downtown and quickly checked into the Quality Hotel right on the harbor, and then whisked our way across town to officially kick off our newest BMW Ultimate ride. At where else? A curling rink.
Well, Norm, 3 years ago we said we were going to the Rock and we wound up in the mountains east of Los Angeles. 2 years ago we said we were going to the Rock, we wound up at the Grand Canyon. Last year we said we were going to the Rock and we somehow wound up at the Blue Ridge Parkway. Guess what?
Here we are.
We finally made it.
Finally here.
4 years in the making.
A roundabout way to get here, but we are here, and what a beautiful evening to start this whole thing off too.
Yeah, basically we just landed in about 2 hours ago, and we're of course in St. John's, and we've picked up the bikes, but why are we here? The Remax Center. It looks like an old arena of some sort.
Hey, it's a curling rink actually.
Curling rink.
Well, when we booked this trip, we had no idea what was going on here, and I think you found out last minute about hotels being full up, and all of a sudden it clicked that there's this international rally that's taking place here, the Targa Newfoundland rally.
That's right.
So here we are. The cars are behind us here. The riders are in there. They're getting ready, and I think their rally starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow. I think there's about 80 plus teams in there, and sure, tried to get a hotel in downtown St. John's. Not so easy, but we managed to find one. We've got 3 days ahead of us. What's the general game plan besides winging it?
Well, tomorrow we're going to start and stay pretty much in the St. John's area.
Right.
There's a lot of things to see here. There's so much history here. I mean, you know, from the 1400s onwards, St. John's has always been a strategic port. And then there's, you know, Signal Hill, of course, and further south or east is Cape Spear, where, you know, the furthest point east in the North American continent. So
right.
Lots of interesting things to see and lots of very quaint coves to go visit. So we'll probably spend the morning just kind of going through all of that and then see where it takes us in the afternoon, which way we're going to go on the highway.
Okay, well I hear rumor has it that there's lots of things to see in St. John's, and then we're going to start heading west, I assume, right?
Yeah, west on Highway 1, heading out towards Bonavista. I think will be day 2. That's what we'll try and get to on the Peninsula of Bonavista.
Okay, well I'm glad we finally made it. I'm not so sure about this kissing fish thing I gotta do. What's that all about tonight?
That's called being screeched in, and all non-Newfoundlanders that come to the island have to be screeched in. You kiss a cod and drink some screech and do all kinds of weird stuff, but we'll get some of that on film to back it up.
Beautiful. Well, I am so excited to be here.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to a great day tomorrow.
Good stuff.
So over the next 11 weeks, we're going to share with you all of our journal details on what turned out to be one of the best riding adventures to date. Tune in next week and we'll introduce you to Aunt Millie and her Fish and Brews. And for all you hip fans, we'll fight the Hotspurs off all the way to Cape Spear.